Good afternoon and happy Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, I am so tired right now. I have wanted to sleep for probably the last 4 or 5 hours now. I woke up this morning at 7, 8 o'clock, something like that. Because we went to breakfast for Matthew's birthday, because I told you guys his birthday was yesterday, but we couldn't actually go out to eat because of where he wanted to go out to eat until today. So we ended up going out for breakfast today at this restaurant, and it's like a breakfast and lunch. They also have lunch. And so they don't take reservations though. So we went there once for my birthday, and then we went for Matthew's birthday the following year. This was 2 years ago, and then we went this year for Matthew's birthday because last year we ended up going to that what's it called, the Blackhawks game. So we ended up going there today, but they don't take reservations. So we got there, and luckily it was only a 15-minute wait. But the one time that we were there, or we tried to go, I think maybe it was for my dad's birthday or something like that, but they were like, it's probably gonna wind up being we ended up going noon or something like that. They're only open until 2 o'clock, I think. And so we went maybe 11 or noon or something like that, but it was a late, more like a brunch time, and it was so busy. They were it was gonna be an hour wait or something like that, and I think we ended up going to IHOP, honestly. But it is always busy. I mean, at least on the weekends, when you go. I'm sure if you went during the week, it'd probably be a little less busy, but during the weekends it's so busy. So my dad was like, well, if we're gonna go, we're gonna have to get up early. So we ended up going at 8 o'clock this morning or something like that, 7 or 8 or something like that. And luckily it was only about, they said a 15-minute wait, but I feel like it was really maybe about 10 minutes. It really didn't feel quite that long. So we did end up going. We got to see it, luckily, at a reasonable time. But it is such a popular place, and it's on the main street too. So yeah, it's pretty busy. And it's not actually that big of a restaurant. To be totally honest, they have another. We've never actually I don't think we've ever been on the other side of the more they have a breakfast bar kind of thing. I mean, again, it's a bar, but it's not because they don't serve alcohol or anything like that, because it's not for they don't even serve after 2 o'clock or anything like that. And so it's they have coffee bar, I think it is. I'm not totally sure, but that's what it seemed like. And they have it's yeah, they had chairs and stuff like that, the high stools and stuff. But we've always eaten on this one side just because that's where we've been seated for the last 3 times. It's not that big of a, they maybe have at least for larger parties, they have maybe at least, I'd say maybe a maximum of 6 6 plus tables that they can seat. If not, it's they have more booths, and they only have, and it only fits 4 people, and they don't have that many of them either, because then they're against the other wall, because it's windows open to the sidewalk outside. So yeah, it's pretty busy, honestly, guys, and it's not that big. I feel maybe if it was a little bit bigger, I feel an Olive Garden or something like that, it's actually bigger than this restaurant, but it's very popular, and it's more of a local kind of restaurant. But it is so amazing. I got their cookie butter, is it latte or something like that? I'm not totally sure what it was. It's cookie butter or some type of coffee, and it was, oh my gosh, guys, it was so good. And then I also ended up having, they serve, like I said, breakfast and lunch all day. So I ended up getting, I think it was called a veggie sandwich or something like that. They either serve it as a wrap or a sandwich, and I got it as a sandwich on bread. It was 9-grain bread, I think, and it was super good, guys. That's what I got on my birthday. And the last time we went for Matthew's birthday, I thought, because we went so early, I thought that it was they only serve breakfast at certain hours, but they actually said oh no, we serve it at any time. And so I just got pancakes last time we were there, which I don't mind, but I don't know, I'm not really a huge breakfast person, honestly, guys. It was super tasty though, and it was I don't know, it didn't taste like not like breakfast food to me. Like, it kind of still tasted like breakfast food, but I'm not a traditional breakfast food person anyway. I don't really like a lot of breakfast foods. I don't like pancakes or waffles really, or I can't eat eggs. I obviously don't eat meat. I don't have bacon or sausage or anything like that, so those weren't really in for me. But yeah, there was just, you know, it wasn't a whole lot that I can eat for really breakfast a lot of times anyway. So I ended up getting the sandwich, and it was so tasty, guys. So yeah, we ended up doing that, and then we came home. We had cake, which we ended up having brownies Sundays like yesterday for Matthew's birthday, and then we just had cake because we got cake yesterday on clearance at at Walmart. Menards. But yeah, it was like I think like an $8 or $9 cake that they had like for $5. And it was like a white cake. It was super tasty. We ended up doing that, and then we just kind of hung out for today. And like I said too, guys, though, I was so tired today. I honestly felt like I wanted to sleep like all day today. And then ended up, well, I watched The Walking Dead tonight, guys, even though I haven't watched the last like 2 seasons, I think, or something like that. And I watched this episode and was like, honestly, guys, you guys might remember, I think it was 2 years ago, I pulled like an all-nighter almost like 3 days in a row or something like that to try and finish what I was behind on, because originally we all started watching it together, The Walking Dead in season 2. My dad's boss had watched season 1 and told him, he was like, it's such a good show, like, you should watch it. So we actually watched it out of order. We watched season 2, and then we went back and watched season 1, and then watched season 2 again. So we jumped into it and really didn't know what we were watching, but I think that's how we ended up doing it. I remember it was like something weird, like we had to watch it out of order because we didn't have it, but it was like starting that week, so we really wanted to watch it. So we watched that, and it was really good, and so we were like, okay, like, let's, you know, keep going and everything like that. So then we watched, you know, season 3 onward, and I honestly think I ended up watching maybe until I feel like I maybe only watched with everybody up till season 3, maybe season 4. But then I was going to youth group, and I was busy always on Sunday nights, and I couldn't watch The Walking Dead with everybody else. So I was like really behind. Like, I was trying to catch up, but I really never did. And so then like 2 years ago, I was finally like, okay, I'm going to catch up and watch all of the episodes, rewatch the entire thing from season 1, and try and catch up and get back with everybody. And I'd like caught episodes here and there and stuff like that, but I never really like watched the whole thing again. But I loved it. It's like my favorite show. And so like I said, I ended up watching it, again. I think it was not this last football season, but I think the football season before that, so maybe about a year and a half ago or something, and I caught up, and I watched all of it through up until, that season that was on, and, I pulled like 2 or 3 all-nighters or something like that so I could catch up and watch it. It was like ridiculous. I think I honestly, in the course of 3 days, got maybe like 10 hours of sleep or something like that. I was like averaging like less than 5 hours of sleep each night, so I could try and finish it before Sunday. I started maybe like Thursday or Friday night or something like that and tried to watch until Sunday, and I think I didn't get to it. I think I had to watch it on Monday because I was still a little bit behind. I didn't completely catch up. But yeah, guys, it was crazy. I remember just being like totally out of it. Like, I still remember it, but again, because I was so out of it, I remember watching it and like, I don't even know. It was so weird. Just like, I was so tired. But I wanted to try and watch it with everybody else when it aired again that Sunday. And so I didn't even get a chance to, though. But I ended up, like I said, I watched it. And then once all this stuff with like, I watched then the rest of the season, maybe the next season, I think just that first season through. And then once all the stuff with like Negan happened and everything like that, I told you guys, I was like, I can't watch this. Like, it was just too gory. And I know I've been able to watch like literally the entire show up until that point. So you guys, I'm not trying to spoil it or anything like that, but for those of you that do watch it, know what I'm talking about. I never have seen that part, but just hearing it, it is like cringing. Like, I don't know why, but it just like it's just like sends shivers down my spine. Like I can't watch it for some reason. So I was like, nope, this is too much. And I was like, I really felt like I was just gonna not watch it anymore. I like kind of again was like, I watched like a couple episodes after that, but then that was, it was last Christmas then, and then I kind of got distracted with like Christmas stuff, and I kind of fell off and wasn't really watching it then after that. I was kind of like put off by that whole thing and was like, I can't watch it. And it was difficult for me to think like, oh my gosh, if I watch this episode, like something might, you know, might happen again and I'm not paying attention, or, you know, like not knowing that it's gonna come or something. And so, oh my gosh, guys, it was just like so difficult to like decide again what I was gonna do. Was I gonna watch it? I was like, I literally like pulled all-nighters to try and catch up and watch with everybody else, and then I wasn't. So me and Matthew were like, okay, well, we'll watch it again, because I honestly, guys, my dad said it too, and I think a lot of people are kind of feeling the same way too, because I even noticed, I was looking it up today, like on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that, and their like ratings and stuff like that seem like they've gone down a little bit. And I'm kind of wondering if it's this whole like the last like season, this season and last season kind of, because I don't know, I haven't really liked it either from again what I've kind of seen and heard, and I feel like they're dragging it on for a really long time. And I seriously, my favorite season, and I think a lot of people's too, I know it's my dad and Matthew's at least, but I think like my top season for sure would probably be, I think it's season 3, the one where they're at the like the prison, and then also like that season 4 as well, like the beginning of season 4. I wasn't really a huge fan of the whole Terminus thing, but I really liked the setup to it. And then after that, I wasn't a huge fan of actual like the story of it. But I also didn't mind too much the season 2 on the farm. That one was kind of interesting too. I felt like it was a good plot for season 2. Like it was very like developing and like you know, again, just kind of like made you think a lot and stuff like that. And again, I really loved, like, I think season 3 would probably be my favorite, but I feel like it's gone so far from there now, and it's not like, there's not that many zombies even anymore. Like it's all like the strife and turmoil and stuff like that, and it's just not the same Walking Dead that I like fell in love with and loved so much. And that's why I know a lot of people have said that Fear the Walking Dead is like amazing. I think I heard like season 2 or up until the halfway point of season 2 was like kind of slow, but then after that, like everybody was saying it was amazing and it was going to be like the new Walking Dead all over again, and like it really had started picking up. And so I was like really interested, because I really liked that and how you actually got to see the progression. And so I was like really into that, but unfortunately we like stopped watching it for like a couple of weeks, and I think ended up getting like deleted off our DVR or something like that, and so we weren't able to watch it. So we're gonna try and go back and go through and watch it from the beginning, because I think, like I said, it was only like 2 seasons or 3 seasons I think now. So we're, I think, gonna do that. But me and Matthew were talking about rewatching The Walking Dead. I don't know if I'm gonna rewatch it and watch all the way up to like this season now, or if I'm just gonna rewatch it like up until the point where I stopped last time, just because I really loved the story up until that point. And now I liked 2 though, that I knew it had already happened a little bit, not that it gave it away, but like, I don't know, I know who already is dead and stuff like that and everything, you know, not everything that happened, but I also kind of figured that out a little bit, like, or heard from everybody else. Like I said, was still watching it when I wasn't, and so I knew a little bit of what had already happened when I wasn't watching it, just because they have loud mouths and we're like talking about it, and I was like, guys, I didn't watch it yet, like, don't ruin it. And like in the back of my mind, I'm always like, I want to go back and watch it, but yeah, Matthew is way too loud. And like, even too, they just watch in the living room. Like if I'm in the kitchen or I come downstairs, or, you know, I'm in my room or something like that, and the door's open, like I could hear it or something, you know. And so like, I know a lot of the stuff that ends up happening in this next couple seasons, so I just want it to be like put to rest, and I want something new to happen, I think, and like that would be super cool. But I'm not a huge fan of these last like 2 seasons. They're not my favorites really at all, and so I'm kind of like just not wanting to even watch them. Like, not that I don't want to, because I want to still watch it, but I'm I want to get to the point where, like, I just speed through it real quick and watch it all at one time and then get to something good again, because that was kind of how I was too. I was kind of like at an impasse. Like, I wasn't totally in love with it, but I also kind of, like, because I gotta watch it all in like one short time period, to me it felt like very, like, there's little details and things like that that you might miss from week to week because it's been so long since you've seen, like, the last episode. But for me, I picked up on a lot of little things that Matthew and my dad and, like, you know, my mom had missed in between watching that, you know, by week to week and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, that's just my 2 cents on The Walking Dead. But I'm thinking about maybe doing that with Matthew again, because he was like saying, he was like, before almost every single season he'd rewatch it, and so he was like, I really want to rewatch it again, just because, again, those first handful of seasons I felt like were so good, and I really want that for it again, but I'm just not feeling it really. I'm not personally totally in love with these last 2 seasons, or season and a half, whatever it is. So yeah, we'll have to see, but I'm definitely going back and rewatching it, because I was like, oh my gosh, like, I remembered that, and, like, you know, me and Matthew were talking about it, my dad and stuff like that, so I think we're all gonna go back and rewatch it from the beginning. So when something's really good, though, you want to, like, go back and, like, watch it again or something like that, or, you know, if it's a book, you want to go back and reread it, or, you know, a movie or something like that, like, you want to go and see it again. And so that's kind of the same thing with The Walking Dead. Those first, like, handful of seasons were, like, I think the best, and, like, want to go back and rewatch them very bad. So anyways, though, guys, I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.